Good morning, students. Today, the chapter we are going to start carbon and its compound. In this chapter, carbon and compound, you have to learn about the compounds of carbon because you have to see that it is the most abundant compounds that we found in the what do you say in this earth surface because all other elements other than carbon they do not use to form all the types of compounds mostly in abundant in organic chemistry you would be seeing the compounds of carbon. So now we have to start. Now today we are going to learn about the bonding of carbon. For example, you have to start carbon and its compound. It would be the topic, its compound. In this you have to learn today the bonding of the carbon and its compound. Bonding in carbon. Now, as you know, there are many different types of bonding, such as ionic bond, covalent bond. See, what does ionic bond means? The elements of S block, which in the periodic tables you would be knowing that the elements of the S block, they are capable S block, they are capable of forming the ions. For example, if you would take the compound sodium, it easily gives electron to form Na plus and electron. This is a compound. It for example you have to take the compounds of sodium. It is NaCl. If you would take example, it is formed by Na plus and Cl minus. In it, the sodium, which you are knowing that it is giving one electron, that is, and in chlorine having, it is accepting an electron and it is forming a ionic bond. There would be a formation of ionic bond when they come close to each other. For example, this is ionic bond. In this, the electron transfer of electron takes place to form a compound. But now the second type of bond, which is covalent bond, which we have to learn now, it is covalent bond. In covalent bond, the sharing of electron takes place. For example, see, you are taking an example, you have learned about octet rule. The compounds which combines to form a compound, usually they follow octet rule, which is octet rule. In this, the valence shell should have 8 electrons. To complete an octet, they should have 8 electrons. Also, there are exceptions. The compounds have to follow in the valence shell. They have 2 electrons. They are known as duplets. Now, as we know that in the covalent bond, the sharing of electron takes place. So, I am taking an example. Take the example of hydrogen. Hydrogen, it is having an atomic number 1. So, it has 1 electron. It would combine with another hydrogen. So, the sharing of electrons take place. This hydrogen will share the electron with this one, and this hydrogen is going to share with this one. So, they are forming a compound. H2. This is the common compound. Now this hydrogen sharing takes place, so it is going to form a bond which is known as covalent bond. It is single covalent bond. Taking another example of oxygen. Oxygen is having atomic number of 8. So its electronic configuration is going to be 2,6. So as you know, there it is going to have 6 electrons in its valence shell. So you have to draw 6 electron. Another oxygen atom, it is also going to have 6 electron. Now the sharing of electron takes place because see, it requires 2 electron. 2 more electron if it would get, then its octet would be completed. So it requires 2 more electron, so it is going to share with another oxygen atom, and the same goes with this oxygen. It is also going to share the oxygen and is going to form O2. This is double covalent bond. Because two electrons are being shared between the atoms to form a compound, that is O2. Now take one other example. Of nitrogen. Nitrogen is having atomic number of 7. So its electronic configuration is going to be 2,5. So in valence electron, it is going to have 5 electrons. In valence shell, it is going to have 5 electrons. So draw the 5 electrons. This. So it has to form a bond with another nitrogen atom. It is also going to have 5 electrons. So there would be a sharing of, see, it is having 3 electrons. It is having 3 electrons and 5 electrons. So this first nitrogen going to share with second nitrogen, and they are going to form a bond to complete their octet. This is and this one. So the compound would be N2. Its structure would be, skeletal structure would be N3. Now it is called triple covalent bond. The similar cases is going to occur with carbon as well. So I am rubbing it. Now carbon is also going to have a covalent bond. So the most common of compounds of hydrogen of a compound of carbon is with its hydride. It forms its hydride. For example, the most common example you have to take is CH4, methane. In this compound, it is called methane. In methane, you are going to see that carbon is attached to 4 hydrogen. So as you know that carbon is having atomic number of 6. So its electronic configuration will be 2,4. So it is going to have 4 electrons in its valence shell. 4 electrons in its valence shell. So to form a bond, for example, if you would take that you are going to form it is going to form a ionic bond, then they have to share 4 electron, not share, they have to give 4 electrons. It has to lose 4 electrons, or it has to gain 4 electrons. So it is not possible for carbon to do so. This is the reason it is forming a covalent bond. So take example of methane, how it is forming. It is carbon, it is having 4 its 4 electron in its valence shell. To differentiate, I am drawing hydrogen atom having single electron with cross. Now, it is also going to see hydrogen would come and it would share an electron with carbon. The second hydrogen also is going to share with carbon. Third is also going to share with carbon. And fourth also will be going to share with hydrogen. So now the the hydrogen has completed its octet or duplet, you could say. Now it is the term of hydrogen carbon to form the bond. So it would share all the electrons and it would share in this manner with all the hydrogen. It is going to form a bond like this, single bond with all hydrogen. It is going to be the structure. It is called methane, single covalent bond. Methane. Now this is the thing. Now one more example which is common I am going to give you of carbon dioxide. See, it is CO2. Now, as you know that carbon is having an atomic number of 6, so its electronic configuration is going to be 2, 4, and of oxygen it is going to be, it is atomic number is 8 and its electronic configuration is 2, 6. So oxygen requires 2 electron and carbon requires 4 electron. So they are going to share. See, this is carbon, it is having 4 electron. Draw this in this manner. And also of oxygen, draw it with cross, all 6 electrons. Now it is going, see, oxygen requires 2 more electrons, so it is going to share with carbon 2 electrons. And the same manner the second oxygen is also going to share 2 electrons. It is, now the octet of oxygen is completed. Now it is the turn of carbon to complete its octet. So it is going to take this electron and this electron. So it is going to form a bond, double bond. It is called carbon double bond with oxygen. The structure is called CO2, carbon dioxide. So this is the formation of carbon dioxide. Now in the next classes we are going to learn about more such compounds and other properties of carbon and its compounds. Okay, thank you.